Red light, that means fucking record. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we had some technical difficulties, but you don't need to know that because this is the start of the episode.
No.
Just pretty much doing it for Darcy. On that note, Darcy Kavanagh, welcome to the Tate Talks podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in. You've got a podcast yourself called Gettin Deep with Darcy Kavanagh, which I was on episode 80, 81 that we had just talked about. What's your podcast about?
So it's getting on people that I find interesting and trying to get their perspective of life, existence, and their way they've lived and how they get to where they are.
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily like successful people.
Mm-hmm.
It can be people that have gone down the wrong track.
Yeah.
Like homeless people, some mentally ill people, and how they get there. Because I'm interested in a lot of dark stuff, but I'm also interested in like things that are great and winning.
Yeah.
So I go, if I can find someone, I'm like, you have a weird, different perspective on life. I want to know what's going on there.
Yeah.
And I was, how do I get these people on my podcast? How do I get the information out of them?
Yeah.
Because I used to get like really drunk in the city and go and hang out with homeless people every now and then, and just
Fair
like
enough.
ask them questions and shit. And sometimes I get annoyed,
Yeah.
but it's interesting.
Just really like, so mate, why are you homeless? What happened?
I've quite literally said that to a lot of homeless people.
I heard, I was literally like, I'm in Freo right now, and so I should say Fremantle, Western Australia for the overseas peeps. And I was walking the other day to the Fed for a gig.
Yeah.
And this dude was like an older guy, like real hunched over, chatting to a homeless person, and was just like, so what happened to you? And this chick was just like, what?
What happened is kind of like a really mean question.
He was probably, I'm going to say like mid-60s, close to 70s, just didn't have any tact, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's sort of like, we spoke about this off air, I guess, technically, because it didn't record the first time. But one of the guys who was on this podcast early days, Sam Rosson, he is a psychologist. He worked at, I think it was Barwon Prison, which is like the bad prison, maximum security. And he was saying the quickest someone had gone from normal everyday life, full-time job, blah, 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 to now in prison was 2 weeks. So for some people, it doesn't take a lot for literally life to spiral. And I always think to myself, when someone pisses me off and I'd be like, all right, let's go full Karen, let's write a review or take a picture or send it to like Body Corporate or something like that to like dob this person in. I always think to myself, you're angry right now, but what happens if you send that text message or email or evidence, as you will, and that person's had 6 or 7 other things to do with their company go wrong, issues with their home life, kids, whatever, and it's literally I'm the person who's just like, I'm going to get them in trouble, and I'm the last straw. That person gets fired from that job and then goes, I'm going to kill myself. And I'm like, do I want that? Like I always think like that many, many times now where I'm like, I could just fucking, someone's driving like
I feel like you're taking too much blame if that's the case.
Yeah, my thing is too, it's like, do I really care about it that much?
Yeah, like is this that bad?
Yeah. Do I want to go out of my way to like fuck over someone? Which they might deserve it. Sometimes they definitely do. But then I also think to myself, I can guarantee that I've made so many mistakes where someone could like, in a work van or something like that.
Like a genuine mistake.
Yeah, I'm just not concentrating for a brief second and, accidentally cut the lane or whatever, and someone's like, calls up the shop and has a go at me or whatever, or has a go to my manager about me, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I didn't even realize I did it.
Yeah. Well, there's like, I guess there's levels of like human interaction, right?
Yeah.
If they're deliberately being a fucking asshole, you can be like, all right, you deserve this.
Which is rare.
Nah, it's not.
You reckon? Like
I've had it quite a bit.
Yeah, okay.
But sometimes I'm like, nah, I can't. There was this one apartment I stayed at in the city one time with my family, and stayed there. and had no parking, which I was like, cool, no parking, not the end of the world. I was like, all good if I go and park in there for 10 minutes so I can unload my my room into my car.
Yep.
Said, yep. I went there, parked, 15 minutes, car got clamped.
Really?
Yeah. Now, like, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Why is my car clamped? And, like, they already, like, had one power point, like, shorted in the room. The kitchen didn't work at all. There was, like, a bunch of things. And then this final one, I just went, fuck off.
Yeah.
I went down to the reception. I was like, hey, can you unclamp my car? Oh, we don't clamp them. I was like, my car's clamped in your car park. They're like, well, we shouldn't have parked in there. I was like, I didn't park in there. I'm leaving today. You said it was okay if I go in there, park up for 10 minutes to put all the stuff in my car. And then they looked at the foot. They're like, you left 15.
Huh.
And I was like, who cares? And they're like, well, the people that come and clamp it with after 10 minutes. And I was like, could you have told me that?
Yeah.
Like, I understand you said 10 minutes, but I didn't realize you meant literally 9 minutes 50, cunt.
Yeah.
And then you haven't clamped it. Who clamped it? And they're like, the other company. I was like, couldn't you call them to get it off? No, we can't. You have to call them and pay them to get it off. So I had to pay $400 extra.
Jesus.
And I was like, well, rebate me on the room because this is insane. This is your car park.
Yeah.
Didn't read. I was like, that's it. I'm going berserk on this. And I posted something on a review about it. Just went, listed out everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, they were just like, no, you're in the wrong. And I got full, I don't really write complaints, but that one I did.
Mm.
And then it turns out standard procedure there. So as soon as I posted it, all these other ones were popping up. Yep, happened to me. And I was like, they're definitely getting a kickback.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. This is a fair old whack a coin. $400.
It was $400.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you get 100. That's one nice stay here.
Yeah.
On top.
Yeah. It is funny how powerful reviews are sometimes.
Mm.
Google reviews and stuff, not really, because they actually can delete them. I worked at a company who will be nameless, but they literally just delete them.
Or they have to get it through Google to complain about it. And be
but
like,
it's super easy. Yeah. For
or
them.
if you can, like, I had receipts and everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're not deleting this.
Yeah.
It's still up.
If you mention anyone's name, it's automatic grounds for it getting deleted. There's some other
because
really,
that's not the company.
Yeah, there's really specific criteria to actually make it to be eligible to stay up, and they knew it inside and out because they got bad reviews all the time.
Yeah.
Let's just say
let's get good at deleting reviews instead of just making good
that's
company.
the thing. Let's just say it was a place that sold beds from a shed.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I know where.
They were just. I worked there for 4 weeks, and the last time, so this episode's going to be mainly about sales, which kind of leads into this anyway. But his sales tactic for large, bulky items, which is beds and all that sort of crap, it was just essentially to say anything to get it over the line.
No,
and
hell
also,
good salesperson.
Yeah, and also promise that the stock was in, full well knowing that it wasn't, and then going, sorry, there's been a delay, full well knowing that it's 3 months away or coming from a ship.
Yeah, you've already got a deposit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And they knew their bulky goods law inside and out, which apparently is a different law. You know, if you buy something from JB Hi-Fi compared to a bed from one of these places, it's actually a different law. It's like a different consumer law.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they're like, yeah, there's no refunds on bulky goods or something like that, or full refunds or something. And they knew it. So even if
they just take chunks of money at a minimum.
Yeah. Well, what they would do is just give me a deposit, but they would always try and get the full. I can't remember your sales pitch to try and get the full amount either.
Oh, probably like a $50 discount or some bullshit.
Something like that.
Like, we'll give you $100 off. You paid all today.
Or no, I think it was they would make sure that they delivered or got. So if I bought a mattress, the same one, you bought the mattress, the same one, I'd put a deposit down, you had paid in full, you would get it first because they've already got their money. But it wasn't that, like, that was just
Didn't matter.
Yeah, they would just say that to the person.
Yeah. Any guarantee a company gives you, if there's not some kind of backup to it, guarantee don't mean shit. Warranty is the only thing that matters.
Well,
because the warranty is written in law.
The crazy one is, because this is one of their other sales pitches. So there can be boutique bedding places, right? Sell mattresses, bed frames, furniture, whatever. They give you a 10-year warranty, right? If the company's gone into liquidation,
It's fucked.
You don't get your warranty. So all these people go like, nah, I'm going to go with these guys because they got a 10-year warranty. It's like, if the company don't exist, and that used to be my sales pitch, because they'd be like, oh, it's cheaper over the road for this. And I'd be like,
they've only been around for a year, not the last 10 years. Warranty means nothing.
Sealy's been around for, whatever, 40, 50 years. And then you're like, there's a reason why these companies are more expensive, because they're not going out of business anytime soon. And you will get your warranty.
Yeah.
Unless things went real bad, which, you need to have like another COVID type thing. But it was just crazy. Like, once people know their industry inside and out.
Yeah, they're lasting.
Yeah. And they're just like, they can do all the bad stuff too, though.
Yeah.
So currently you're selling
new homes.
Yeah.
So like, if you want to build a house, I'm the guy to come to. Doesn't exist before I sell it. I help design it, get it done, and then we build it.
So is it a specific company that you work for that builders will come in and do it, or do you actually do it?
No, so I worked for a builder.
Okay,
yeah. So I've worked for a bunch of different builders over the years.
Yeah.
This the one I'm working at now is a smaller one, but it's good because small I've found is like they're more particular.
Mm-hmm.
They care so much more.
Yeah.
Like every house matters. Every client matters.
Yep.
You don't just get like, oh, they're another chuck in the system. We don't really care. The office staff give a shit.
Yeah.
I've worked at one company where one of the office people, don't know how she kept her job as long as she did, but was going to cancel one of my jobs because the client couldn't come in and sign their contract. I was like, the client's in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Send it over to him. Like, it's not the end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
I ended up catching a flight to Melbourne
to
sign the contract because this was like a single mum and she worked for Apple, so she was like a digital worker.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a friend that worked at Apple, said, oh, we've had a guy over here that helped us get a house. Spoke to her and she's like, what, you mean I can live near the beach for that much money? There's no way I thought I could do that in Australia or in Victoria.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is how much it'll be, blah, blah. We got it all sorted and she's like, you're a lifesaver. You're like my guardian angel. She was so fucking stoked.
Yeah.
And then I've just got some dickhead in the office being like, she can't sign it, but just cancel it. Doesn't matter. And not only like, it was like 10 grand for me.
Yeah.
But it's like this lady's life.
Yeah.
She's like so excited. It's like the first time she's ever got to own a home. She was originally from Argentina, didn't have a home in there.
Yep.
And I like, just was, how the fuck can you be such a cunt? Like, how inside your head are you going, I don't care at all about two people in this situation. Me, I'm getting paid. One, my kids aren't going to eat, so I'll kill you. And two, there's a lady who's got a kid who's finally able to buy a house, and the only thing that's stopping her is someone flying over here to sign it. When you can just send it as a digital contract, you piece of shit.
Yeah, people, I think you just get like in certain jobs and stuff, what's the word? When you get used to something too much. Something.
Oh, complacent.
Yeah, complacent and like acclimatized.
Yeah.
To like not giving a fuck.
Yeah, I think that's poison.
Yeah.
The minute you stop caring and stop removing people from the equation is when you need to fucking back up. Like, get out of whatever you're doing. Because every time there's a human involved, you have to remember there's a human involved. We're not numbers. Every human matters. If you're dealing with a human, don't be like, it doesn't matter. You still have to give a shit.
Yeah.
I think in sales is a lot of people forget that because it is just numbers.
It is like I've gone to sales jobs before.
Yeah.
And
sheep. Just fucking smash the sheep.
And they're just like very, very like, that sort of like cold call-esque jobs.
Yeah.
And you're just like, Jesus, like what the fuck? Like,
don't give a fuck.
I'm just
get money.
Yeah. And they're just like, we don't care about you. As long as money's coming in, we don't care what you do or how you feel. As long as money is coming in. And they're very like, they refer to themselves as like, we need a rock star. All the like, if you go on right now and you look on a job website and it's like that sort of sales,
Yeah.
it's like, we want a rock star every time.
And you're like, you don't want rock stars because we break rules.
Yeah.
Rock stars destroy your industry hard. No rock star can work as a cold call salesperson because they're like, I can do this myself and I can beat you.
Mm.
Like I can go do wild shit, whatever I want. You go into them offices, they're like, shut up, call.
Yeah. I had one where it was funny. Halfway through the job interview, I realized I didn't want the job.
Oh, I've been
right.
there. Yeah.
But because I was so nonchalant, the dude was like, mate, I've never met someone who's just like so confident like you. And I'm like, huh? And they're like, we're going to give you the job. And then once I got the job, I was like, oh, I might as well try and see what it's like. So I got sent to a supermarket and it was like one of those kiosks. They're not really around anymore, but when they would get like a phone, like it might be like Opus or not Opus.
Optus.
Yeah, not Optus, like it'd be a new phone, like a weird Chinese brand.
Like a Huawei or some shit.
Yeah. And they would go like, we've got these in literally shipping containers. We've got so much of this stock.
I remember these.
We need to get rid of them. So that would be the thing. And they would go like, hey, are you happy with your phone plan? And then they would go into a spiel, a pitch.
You get a decent phone plan with a dog shit phone.
Yeah. And then I went up to Melbourne for training and they were like, we want you to do this. We want you to do that and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why the fuck did I come up here to do the training when I don't want the job?
Was it a free trip?
Oh, well, I mean, it was just like I still had to pay to get up there myself.
Ah.
Yeah, no, sorry. Like I'm living in like Geelong at the time. So it's like, an hour away. But they were so like the way that they spoke and then got people in, it was just so gross.
Oh, yeah. So I've worked in some companies. Some companies where you just go, how the fuck do you sleep?
Yeah.
Like what goes through your head to go, not one person in any other part of your life matters? Because what if your parents were treated like this? Your brother and sister were treated like this? Your kids were treated like this? What if you were treated like this, dude? Like how the fuck do you think this is okay?
So I worked with a lady, her husband, super duper high up in Telstra, real high up, right? She went in to get something from Telstra and a guy goes, oh, do you want this as well? And she's like, no, thanks, I'm all good. He goes, no, but it's free. She was like, no, thank you, I'm all good. And then he kept pushing it. It's free, take it, it's all good, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, okay, finally took it. Comes home, husband comes home and goes, what's that? So it was a tablet.
Yeah.
Right? It was a Samsung tablet.
Free at first, contract later. Bullshit.
So she was like, oh, blah, 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 gave it to me. And he was like, but that's not free. He's like, yeah, he told me it was free. No, it's not. I'm telling you right now, that's not free.
Yeah.
And then he called up and was just like, hey, I just wanted to check this new thing, blah, blah, blah. Just, can you please tell me what I'm paying for this? And the person on the phone was like, yeah, sure. Just a fucking customer service. It's free for the first 2 months. And then after it, it's $17 a month for the next 3 years. And he was like, thank you. And then he went back to his wife and he was like, so that costs money. But he was high up, like high up in Telstra. They went back to the Telstra and old mate walked in there and was chatting and the guy was like, no, you don't have to pay, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, okay, what's your name? Who's like higher than an area manager.
Yeah.
Right? And he was just like, yeah, so why have you sold this to my wife and you've told it's free and it costs this much? Oh, no, it's free. It's just like, no, it's $17, blah, 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 this, and this. And then apparently the dude was like getting like quite defensive and blah, blah, blah. He's like, nah, like I'm sure I told her that it was, $17 after the first 3 months. And apparently the way that she told me was this dude, like her husband, literally puts his hand in his pocket, pulls out like his Telstra lanyard, puts it around his neck, and he goes, I've been working here for 30 years. And then just
killed him,
rolled him. And then I'm pretty sure that guy got fired.
Yeah.
Because you get a commission if you sign people up for new products.
Every extra bit pays. Yeah.
So he just went like, no, by the time she realizes she's going to be locked in or won't notice the $17.
Yeah.
And
because their contracts can't back out.
Yeah, they got out of it because old mate was just like,
We get a 2-week cooling off period
yeah,
for anything that's cold, but if it's in the shop, no cool off period.
yeah. So there's a lot of sketchy people out there. If you get an extra $40 per, and you do that 3 or 4 times a week, you start to make decent money.
Well, when I used to sell Foxtel door to door, it was 100% commission, but that's good for me. I rather the commission.
Yeah.
And we had no lock-in contracts.
Yeah.
For the base product.
Yeah,
the base product was $25 a month, which was 50% off what it was anywhere else. We had the best deal you could get.
Yeah.
But we would get paid fuck all if we sold them the base product.
Yeah.
If we bumped it up to like $50 a month, they get a free install, which was $150 up front.
Yeah.
If they bumped it up to $100, they get free equipment, which was another $100 up front. And then if they got the full package, they would get it for 3 months contract for the minimum package instead of 6.
Yeah.
Right. So there's all these little benefits to go up and up, but we would get paid $150 at the top package.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always like, sell the fucking top package. But what I would do, and I said this to all the guys that work for me, I was like, this is not what the company wants us to do, but this is within their contract, and I've found it out, so they can do it anytime they want. Go to the door and you go, look, I'll sign you up on every fucking thing you want, the whole thing, right? It's going to cost you $115.
Mm-hmm.
But next month, it's going to cost you another $115. But for the first month, you get free equipment, you get free installation, and it's only a 3-month contract for $25 a month. Whereas if I do this on the $25 a month, you've got to pay $225.
Yeah.
Whereas the first month, you're paying $115. The first month, 20 days in, give him a call and say, I don't want this package, I don't want this package, I don't want this package. Keep what you want.
Yeah.
Get rid of the rest. I don't give a fuck. And it goes down to $25 a month. Keep whatever you want.
Yeah.
I was like, that way you get all this shit for free. And if you want to keep it, you keep it. And I found out later, even though I was like, this is genius, people are lazy.
Yeah.
So Foxtel was like, yeah, we don't actually care that you do that. We know you're doing it.
Yeah.
We don't care because our retention rate is like 90%.
Yeah.
So every person who signed up on a full package doesn't cancel the full package for like 2 years. I was like, oh, well, this isn't my fault. The people are not proactive in what I've trained them to do. Like, I'm explaining to you how to fucking do this any way you want.
Yeah.
But it's that thing, once they've done it, they go, I've got it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's like the amount of it's like gym memberships.
Yeah. Well, their whole business plan
They're based on people do not come to this gym.
Yeah.
Please don't come to this gym at the same time because we will have 1,000 people in this tiny room.
It'd be impossible.
Yeah.
And it's literally 80% don't come.
Yeah.
20% do.
Hey, I'm one of the 80.
Yeah.
You know?
I had a gym membership for a year and I went flat stick for a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hate this.
January.
No, it wasn't January. It was like
okay.
some random month. I was going like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night shit. I was like, I'm going to go to gym for at least a month and see if I see any improvement or any benefit to it. And didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, I just got better at doing things I don't enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah. It's crazy, those models, how they make money from people not doing what they're selling.
Yeah, well, it's the nobility of it.
Yeah.
So like in sales, you appeal to people's nobility, right? So you know that if they do this, they're going to feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
And they're going to feel like, oh, I'm doing something for the community. Oh, I'm doing something for myself. Oh, I'm doing all this stuff. But people are fucking patterns. They follow patterns of laziness.
Yeah.
You know, you might be doing something good for them. And for 1 month, they might. But then if they fall back into their old patterns, it's off.
Yeah.
So companies just know, all right, this is how human behavior is. Sell it to them. Give it to them. Make them feel good. It's not your job to continue making them feel good. There was a gym that I seen and their subscription was like $300 a month. And they're like, every single person that has this subscription is coming to the gym every fucking day.
Yeah.
Like you're coming at least 5 days a week.
Because you're paying so much.
Because we're calling you.
Ah.
We're literally going to call you up and be like, where are you? You're not here.
Yeah.
And they're like, because we're not planning on having a bunch of people not turn up to the gym.
Yeah.
You pay us this much to be annoying. You pay us this much to make sure you're here. You pay us this much to get results. Not to say, here, use our equipment.
And so it's why people get personal trainers.
Yeah.
Just for accountability. I'm just going to quickly pause Yeah, it's very strange, that sort of like, I guess advertising and knowing people and how they do things is how you like the amount of apps that I've accidentally let roll over,
Oh yeah.
and then I'm just like, fuck, and it'll come up with like $25 has just been spent on that, and I'm like,
Fuck.
what the fuck? What's that? Apple invoice, and then look at it and be like, oh, it was usually it's editing software.
Yeah, you
that
use
I
once.
just, yeah, and it was just to change a poster or something like that, and I'm like, oh, you whore.
I'm like a Nazi for not paying for shit.
Yeah.
Like not like I'll steal shit, but if it's like, oh, it's free, I'm like, dope. I'll use it for your free period. I'll cancel the day before. Set an alarm in my phone. Cancel every time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know I don't need this.
Yeah.
Like it's not necessary to keep it, and I know that if I don't do that, one day you've lost $200 a month on a bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like I will have one streaming service at a time.
Oh, really?
And I'll like just abuse it. And
So
then get rid of it.
You'd rather just have Netflix and go through the whole thing?
Yeah, till I'm bored. And then I go, cool, you're off. Next one.
Yeah, I'm bad with those.
Yeah.
I've got like UFC, Netflix.
UFC is one I have all the time because
Yeah.
I don't watch it every week anymore. But
The replays.
it's always going to happen. Like
Yeah.
I'll watch at least twice a month.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'll be pissed off if I don't have it there.
Yeah.
And there's a Sunday morning. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's what I do now. Obviously, was living in Victoria, it's a lot different, a lot better time wise.
Yeah.
But over here, it starts at like 7 and stuff
6
in
or
the
7,
morning,
yeah.
and I'm like, I'm not getting up for that shit.
Oh, but I'll just whack it to my TV.
I'll just watch the replay later on.
Yeah.
I just don't look at my phone.
Don't get anything else.
Yeah. I'm just like, stay away. But yeah, like, so besides, well, I just want to tell a quick story actually. I may have said it on your podcast, but I'm not too sure. I did the cold call from door to door. So for the Heart Foundation.
Yes.
So I moved over here for the very first time to WA in 2020. No, not 2020. 2013 it was. So it's 22, turning 23. And I got one of those jobs. They were like, yep, we want you to come do a trial. So I was like, sweet. So it was door to door, what you're doing, but not Foxtel.
Yeah,
It's
charity.
Charity.
Yeah.
Right.
I got one mate who was like one of the best salespeople in
Yeah.
charity for a long time.
So we went around. I was with a lady. I walked around with her the whole day. She was maybe a year older than me, I think, from memory. Very douchebaggy, like saleswoman, just a fuckwit, to be fair. Didn't like her from the beginning. So I was with her for like 4 or 5 hours for the day, just walking around, just knocking on
like
doors.
a training day.
And she would be like, right, this is the pitch. You watch me. It's like, fine, that's fine. You're like, you're doing your job. But what I didn't like was she was very pushy, and people would from the start be like, I'm sorry, I cannot pay for this. Like, and I'd be like, yeah, it's during the day and you're not working.
Yeah.
And they would say all this stuff up the top. I'm so sorry, I can't do this. And then she'd be like, oh, just humor me. And then she'd go through this thing, and she was preying on people not having the backbone to do it.
Yeah.
Which is quite common.
Yeah.
We don't want to let other people down and stuff
You
like
want
that.
to appeal to their nobility.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And then she didn't get any sales for the day or accounts or whatever you'd call them. And I was like, good. Like, I don't want to do this job. This lady's a fuckwit. We got back in the car later on, and she's like, oh, here's a piece of paper. You got to fill this out. And it was like all these questions. So one of the questions was, remember, I'm 22. I'm dumb as a rock. It goes, what motivates your assessor? And I go like, haha, like chatting to her. We're driving. I'm like, what motivates your assessor? A secret heroin addiction. Hee. Just mucking around.
You'll bang on.
Yeah, just being an idiot, right? And then she goes, why would you say that? Like, the person who's in charge of you getting a job, why would you say I have a secret heroin addiction? And I'm like, oh, like, I'm clearly joking. Like, it's not real. She was like, that's just so dumb. Why would you say that? And I was like, and then I'm like, what motivates your assessor? I said out loud, and I'm like, Sarah is saving up for a sense of humor. And then she was just like, And then we just drove in silence from like Joondalup back to like the city. And then I got out of the car, and she was like, oh, do you want to come inside and have like your last bit of the day with Tom? And I just turned around and I was like, you can tell Tom that I don't want this fucking job. See ya. And I just walked off.
Yeah.
It's like the only time I've probably ever been rude. I've been rude millions of times, but to a person, because I was just so sick of like how smug she was with the fucking people.
Well, it sounds like she was crap at it too.
She told me that she was very good at it. Another person when we were in there was like, oh, you're going to be with her today. She's a gun. And apparently she was making, at that time, $2,000 a week. And she was told me all about it. You can do this, you can do that, blah,
but
blah,
that's
blah.
like, they'll order that.
Yeah.
And if you, I know guys that run them companies. It's the fake it before you make it thing in those kind of companies is rife. Everyone has to be like, I'm a killer, I'm smashing, I'm doing so well. And then you're like, you don't even, like, your watch is fake.
Yeah.
So fuck that off. Your car's on a loan, so get out of here. And like, you wear a suit, you don't even sell anything that's worth a suit. Stop it. But that's the trick, right?
It is, yeah. It's like that Wolf of Wall Street sort of like.
Well, you got to have that attitude.
Yeah.
But it's bullshit because like with charity, I always looked at it and said the best way to think about how charity works is it's all retention rate with them. Same thing. And they do it for so little that it doesn't really matter. Like $20-$30 a month coming out of your bank account. Most people aren't going to see that. They're not even going to care about it. So like, even when they're like, oh, I'm dead broke. It's like, yeah, but you're also lazy. That's why you're broke. So you're also not going to check your bank account and be like, why is $20 coming out a month? So if I sign you up, you're not even going to miss it. It doesn't matter.
Well, back then it wasn't even like you wouldn't have got maybe the apps and stuff wouldn't have like, I don't even know if there was the banking apps back then either.
Yeah.
And I don't think they would have told you. You know, like you're not getting a notification. Now everything that comes out of my account.
Because people don't even have notifications. I speak to people still. And like I know people that will just have stuff come out of the bank account, not even notice. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I'm like, any dollar comes out of my bank account, give me a notification.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's that? Why does that come out? Like this, like people forget that like time is money, really. And I think of this in reverse to the fact that other people look at it. People say time is money in a way that like you can use your time to make money. It's like you're trading your time for money. And time's the most valuable object on earth. You don't get that back. Once that's gone, you're dead. So if you're going to a job where they're like, yeah, we'll pay $30 an hour, you've just agreed that your life's worth $30 an hour. But it's even less than that because then you get taxed.
Yeah, true.
And then you're going to pay tax on everything you buy. So if you go, oh yeah, my life's worth $30 an hour, but then I get taxed 30% of it, so really only $20 an hour. And then some guy's going to be like, oh, here $20 a month, you're not going to see it, and then you don't notice it going. You spent one whole fucking hour a month on nothing because you're lazy. So not only do you not care about your own time, but you don't care about giving your time away either. And that's my perception on how like you should go. Money is time. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean we're all trying to get money, aren't we? So we can have time to do the things that we enjoy.
I used to be like that.
Yeah.
I used to be like cash until I kind of like figured that equation out. And then I was like, I'm an idiot because it'd be like, I would work.
That's where I end the podcast. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Thanks for having it.
Yeah, right. like it's the reverse of that. Like you have unlimited time given to you at birth until you die. And then you go, I need money so I can have more time. But it's like, no, you need money to survive in the bare minimum. But you look at a homeless person.
I look at them.
Is happy, right? That don't happen all the time.
That's mental illness.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is that wrong, but? Like, is it wrong to be like, there's a stoked homeless person just wandering around in their own fucking world. And everyone's like, they're fucked. That's the opposite of fucked to me. They look stoked. Like they sleep on a bench and they're still happy at 12 o'clock on a fucking middle of the day. That's, to me, that's crazy, but it's like cool because you're like, how often do you spend unhappy when you have a shit job? Like how many hours of the day do you sit there and go, fuck yeah, this rules? Yeah. I've been in jobs where I'm going to smash my hand off with a hammer. I'm like, I can get compo and never have to come back.
Yeah. I've thought the same things.
It's fucked.
It's literally why like these days I'm just trying to do as much stand up as possible, trying to do, you know, we talk about podcasting a lot and the intricacies behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Trying to build it up and whatnot. And these are the things I enjoy. You know, I've done many jobs, many jobs. Compared to most people, I've done a lot of jobs, different variants, different styles, different places, locations, different conditions, different pay grades, whatever. But 99% of them, I've been like, this sucks.
It's crap.
Yeah.
And because all it is the person that owns a business has figured out a way to sell your time for more than you're willing to sell it for. That's what a business is. And then you go, fuck you. But then at the same time, you're like, fuck, I should be doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, how do I do it? Oh, I need more money. And that's the fucking bullshit trap you get stuck in again.
Yeah. I think also too, the uncertainty for a lot of people, like I've got plenty of mates who are now finished their, like obviously finished their apprenticeships and stuff like that. And then for the longest time worked for a boss. And then one day just went, I think I'm going to start my own business because my work doesn't change. I still do the same
have to
work.
Sell the product on top.
Yeah. And now all of a sudden they're making twice as much money and they're like, wait, I make twice as much money and I've got more freedom because I don't have to work tomorrow if I don't want to and I can stay at home and watch, you know, whatever or do this or blah, blah, blah. They're like, this is the greatest thing in the world.
But they don't teach you that in school.
No.
They train you to be a worker in school.
Yeah, follow.
Yeah. Do what you're told. And like you find that it's the dickheads in school, is what everyone called a dickhead, are the ones that do better out of school. Because they're like, these rules are bullshit. And I don't know why I'm meant to follow them. And then they go on to other shit and you're like, they just click. They're like, rules seem so fucking bullshit once you understand what they are. It's a form of control created by somebody who's pretended to be better than you. And then you at some point have had a bunch of people around you go, agree.
Well, that's the thing is once everyone else agrees to do something,
it's easy to follow.
It becomes this like, you know, I've for the longest time never even spoke about doing stand-up comedy or talking about it in terms of being like, I want this to be the thing that makes me money.
Yeah.
I want to be a professional comedian, whatever professional means to you. That's the thing. It's an open term. Yep. You know, we both know professional comedians who, by all accounts, are professional comedians, but we would probably also know people who wouldn't be in that mold, but because they do their own thing, they make more money than the professional comedians.
Yeah.
They're just willing to go and like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's my own thing. I'm going to follow this pursuit, blah, blah, blah. So it's like whatever you're happy with doing and the amount of money you're willing to make, that's all that matters to you.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that if I told early days to be like, oh, I think I'm going to try and be a professional comedian, they'd be like, why?
Dickhead.
You're not going to make it. You're not going to do this. Like, that's so dumb. Like, get a trade, get an apprenticeship, blah, 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 blah. It's a license to print money. And you're like, yeah, but I would rather
kill
myself.
It's not a license to print money, but
well, for some.
It's an agreement to do things for money.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a license to print, because a license to print money, the only people doing that are the government.
Which is true.
You know, and they're literally just making bullshit. But if you've got to trade something for it, and time is a trade,
yeah,
you're still doing it. If you're doing a service, still a trade. Everything is. Printing money, in my eyes, is literally just like magic.
Yeah.
You're like, got it, sucked in. Theft is closer to printing money than
theft
than having a trade.
Winning the lottery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, look, still got to buy a ticket to win a lottery, so you're trading a ticket for the cash.
Yeah.
Theft is you just taking it.
Or someone buys you a lottery ticket for Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
And then you're just like, well, I just imagine that. Imagine just a token like, I guess I'll just get him a lottery ticket because you never think you're going to win.
Then it wins.
And then that wins and you'd be like, I had that. I had $30 million in my hand.
The thing
and then
is,
I passed it on.
How I've thought about this question many times before, because I'm like, if I bought someone a lottery ticket and it won, would I be pissed off? And I like asking myself like real theoretical bullshit questions that like they haven't happened, but you're like, let's be honest with myself here.
Yeah.
Would this piss me off? And you're like, yeah, it would. And then you got to be like, you're a dickhead. You did something nice for someone with the intention that they lose. Because if they win, you're angry. Yeah. Because it could have been mine. And then you're like, I'm actually a fucking asshole to think that. So my opinion changed because I realized that I'm being a dick. So I was like, if I buy a ticket for someone, I fucking hope they win. I'm like, if you win, that's so good. That means I bought you the winning lottery ticket.
Yeah.
And your life now fucking rules. I hope you appreciate it.
It would be pretty crazy. Like if they just won like a stupid amount of money.
It'd be the best, you know? And I'd be like, I don't think I would never not be pissed off if they're like, not giving you shit. I'd be like, I understand where I'll land in this then. That's cool. It's kind of a bonus. You're like, oh, well, I'm so glad you won. I'm happy you won. And you don't want to give me money? That's sick. I don't know if we can be friends.
Yeah.
Because I know that you don't like me at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be very strange.
Yeah.
How much money, hypothetically, let's say you buy me a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Right. It wins. I get 25 million. How much would you be happy with?
If you get 25 and you give me a mil, I'd be so happy.
Okay.
Yeah. A mil's pretty much like the cutoff amount if someone's got stupid money.
Yeah.
A mil's enough for me to set up life.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
If someone won like a mil, I probably wouldn't even care, but like take me dinner.
Yeah.
You know? Don't even take me out for drinks one time. Like a mil's not enough. Like it sets one person up, but doesn't set anyone else up.
No. You really need to have like a few million these days.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing, eh? Like if you gave me $1 million, yes, I would be set up pretty well in terms of like, at least I'm probably buying a house, probably got my house sorted, but then it's like, well, you still need to work to pay rates and all that sort of stuff. Which is pretty crazy to say.
Oh, I have this argument with so many people. I'm like, it's a trap. We've been convinced that we need to own a house so we can live free, but then you pay rates. And then you pay land tax. And depending on which state you're in or which country you're in, you've got a permanent tax. Like Victoria and New South Wales now have no stamp duty that you pay up front when you buy it. But now you've got a yearly fucking tax you have to pay on your house. Oh. So yearly tax is now forever.
Yeah. So the stamp duty you'd get out of the way.
It's done.
And now you've got to just keep paying it. Yeah. It's
you're like, oh, but it's cheaper. It's like, no, it's not, cunt, because in 270,000 years, it's not cheaper, is it, cunt?
Yeah.
You just rip me the fuck off. And I learned that from a Chinese person, actually. Not the whole concept, but a Chinese person came into my shop to buy a house one day.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, when you buy this house, is it yours? And I was like, yeah. What do you mean? Of course it's yours. You bought it. And they're like, oh, so I keep it for 999,000 years?
I like the accent. Keep going.
And I was like, yeah? Like, yeah, you buy it. That's how this works. And they're like, oh, in China, that doesn't happen.
Oh, really? And
I was like, what? And they're like, oh, you have to, like, and I found that in a lot of Asian countries, you can't buy anything permanently.
You just have it for...
You get it for 100 years.
Yeah, okay.
And then you got to rebuy it from the government again.
Really?
Yeah, and you're like, fuck, that's insane. Like so
you get it for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
so, yeah. So like in like I think Indonesia, it's like 40-year leases on everything. Like your land is a 40-year lease, which is fucked.
Yeah.
Because then you go, oh, so I can't. Why do I want to own it then? Because I don't own it. Just means I've got control of this for 40. Who gives a shit?
Well, that's like most people. Like you've got a few kids.
Yeah.
So most people buy a house with the idea of going like, I would like to give it to my children.
Yeah,
you know
they don't future plan for it at all, but because like if you want to buy a house that you can give to your kids,
yeah,
right, you have to say you're dying in that house. Then that's where you die.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of them, like at first they think about that, but then the realistic you're not going to die in your house. How fucking hard is to die in your house unless you die younger. Like most people get jumped in an old person's home. Yeah. And then the old person's home costs as much as the fucking house.
Yeah. So, but that money comes back to you.
Well, the old person's home.
So when you go to an old folks' home, it's a deposit because you're only there for, let's say, you go in there at 80, right? So they go to live in this home is $900,000, and you go, fuck, I don't have that. They go, do you have a house? You go, yes. They go, sell your house, give us the deposit, and it stays in there. So what they do is they get all that money. Then obviously it's for them to play with.
Extract the fuck out of it.
Yep. But when you die, your deposit goes back to the next.
Yeah.
So you don't lose that.
I thought,
but also
in my head, I thought it was like 300,000. That's gone.
No.
I was like, fuck off.
But
how long do I get to live before that?
But the thing
who's
is,
sucking my dick every day?
Yeah. But the thing is, though, a lot of people don't want to sell the family home.
No.
So what happens is they go, okay, well, we don't want to sell the family home, so I guess you're going to have to come and live with us, which in like Western society, we don't have it as much where grandpa will come.
Finally starting to happen now.
Yeah, well, now because it just has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, people just don't have the money for it to happen.
I do granny flats is what I sell at the moment, as well as
Okay,
houses.
yeah.
And I'm getting a lot of people going, my parents are getting too old. We don't want to put them home. And I'm like, good. Some places are fucking, a walking dead graveyard.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. My mum's looking at getting a granny flat as well. So, but it's for me to live in.
It's good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. Like I want to do as much comedy as possible, keep my overheads as low as possible. I said to her, I'm like, well, we can Airbnb it out.
When you're not there.
My mum lives in like an insanely nice area. I was like, if I'm not there, Airbnb it out and make probably better money from that realistically, because there's not much accommodation around. It's fucking 10 minutes away from Bells Beach and stuff like that, the Great Ocean Road. Like it's primo spot. And also too, it adds to the value of the property.
Yeah.
And I can fucking lodge there when I'm not, I can do some work, get some money, save my coin, come back to WA, go to Canada, US, UK, whatever. That's the only way that I can sort of, like, I don't really want to work full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, you've decided
Yeah.
that money isn't the thing you need.
Well, I mean, I just hope one day I make enough money doing something I love. I only have a handful of people in my life who genuinely love their jobs, and they are very happy. But I would say 98% of people in my life are like, I do it because it gives me money, and the day that it didn't give me money, I would fucking leave. And you're like, yep.
That sounds like hell. Nothing worse than doing something that serves no purpose in your life except for the thing that helps you eat food.
Yeah. I mean, not getting any enjoy. I think it's way too hard to work out the stats on that, but there must be so many people.
There's so many people.
Yeah, realistically, you could walk up to, as we said, high 90s percentage of people go, would you be here if you weren't getting paid today? They would be like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you imagine how much work they're truly doing in the time frame they're there?
Yeah.
Like, because everyone doesn't really do their job as hard as they can. And the ones do get penalised for it.
Yeah.
Like, I've worked in jobs where I'm kicking ass, doing a fucking flat stick, everything I can. But just mean I stay at the bottom because they know I'm good there. And when I figured that out, I was like, why do I try? But then that's the whole point, right? If you don't try, they can put you in better spots because you're still stacking this cycle of like, they know that you're not going to take theirs.
Yeah.
Because the people above you like, we don't want you to beat me.
Yeah. That is a big one. We're getting close to the end of the pod. Is there anything you want to plug?
Gettin Deep podcast. Check it out. And if there's any shows, definitely come watch me.
We actually didn't say that you do comedy.
Yes, I do that as
well. That's how I've met Darcy.
Not just a salesperson and a comedian.
He sells laughs.
Yeah?
He trades his time for laughter.
Well, I do it for free too, so
yeah.
There's I do it because I love it.
Yeah, I mean,
I try and do.
I don't think there's many people who do stand up because they hate it.
Yeah, you'd be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, the ones who are doing it are ones who have been doing it a very, very long time. I've spoken to a few bigger Australian comics before and be like, do you still enjoy comedy? And they're like, nah, not
Past
really.
it.
I've been doing it for 30 years. It's just what I know. I can't go back and get a normal job now, But, I mean, at least they had that time to hate it. That's what I want to get. I want to get to a point where I get to hate it. Yeah. I think that's good way to end on hate. Thank you so much for coming on. Hopefully it gets you on soon.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.